Pope Francis has died. So what is the legacy that he leaves behind? He will be remembered for broadening the Church's appeal at a time of growing disenchantment towards the Church, an institution that was embroiled in financial and sexual scandals when he was elected to the job in 2013. Throughout his papacy, he stripped the Vatican of some layer of opacity, and he brought the poorest and the most marginalized back at the center of the Church focus. He adopted the name of Francis after Saint Francis of Assisi, the 13th century champion of the poor, lived modestly and drove around with a Fiat rather than a Mercedes-Benz. He did not shy away from clashing with US President Donald Trump over plans to build walls or to deport millions of undocumented migrants, and harshly criticized Israel for its war conduct in Gaza. His upbringing in Buenos Aires made him very aware of socioeconomic disparities, something that later turned into harsh criticism of capitalism excess. He also broke the taboo surrounding homosexuality, famously once saying, "Who am I to judge?" when asked whether a gay person could have become a priest. Overall, he was excellent at infuriating conservatives. Yet, liberals were also frustrated too, because despite the fact that Pope Francis opened the door to debates that were unthinkable years ago, those shifts never really translated into fundamental changes. He opposed gay marriages, women becoming priests and priests marrying. He even diluted a landmark declaration of same-sex blessings under pressure from outraged African bishops. In global politics, he earned the sympathies of the global South, but he raised quite a few eyebrows across European capitals for what some called a too ambiguous or strategically neutral stance on the war in Ukraine. His effort to clean up the Vatican finances were erratic, and while he adopted new rules to hold religious people accountable for sexual abuses, he did not impose the level of transparency that many were hoping for. He left his blueprint on the clerical leadership by adopting more than 2/3 of the cardinals who will elect his successor. Many of them are not from Europe, and many of them share the same pastoral and welcoming approach. So while there is no guarantee that the successor of Pope Francis will share the same vision, we know that the bodies that will appoint that person will be less European and much more open to different views.